Ram Shraddha Prabhu is here. Why you are here? Be always near. If you want to sit on chair or near Buddha Prabhu, you can sit. If you are too old, okay, you can sit with Buddha Prabhu. Namo Vishnu Padaya Gauraprishthaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshavaiti Namine Ati Bharta Charitraya Swasidanan Chapaline Jiva Dukhe Sadartaya Nama Prema Pradaya Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhurevasya Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradaya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Yang prabrajantamanupetamapetakrityam Dvaipayano pirakataryajuhava Putreti tanmetaya tarvo bhinedu Tang sarvabhutaridayam munimanutosmi Namo Narayanang namaskritya Naranga chaiva narottamam Deving Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudira. My millions of humble obeisances in the Lord's feet of my Gurudev, Om Vishnupad, Stottar Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. And then in the Lord's feet of my Shiksha Guru, Om Vishnupad Srimad Bhakti Vedant Swami Maharaj. Today is very sacred day. The birthday of my Gurudev. He was the right arm of his Gurudev. From beginning of his life, he left college and he wanted to serve his Gurudev Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. So in the age of 16, when he was studying in college, he left. From beginning Mishi, from his birth, he was so merciful. He wanted to serve all those who were unhappy, suffering. you know many things about him, especially like Rupa Goswami fulfilled the desire of his Gurudev Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Thapitang Jaina Bhutale Swayang Rupa Kada Mayam Dadapi Shapadam. He fulfilled all the desire that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had. Why he descended to this world? Who was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachinandan Gaur Hari? Why he came to this world? Oh, only Rupa Goswami knew all these things. He knew all from the inspiration of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Allahabad Prayag and in Jagannath. He told his all associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramanand, Gadadhar Pandit, all, that you should be merciful to this boy, so that he can know my heart and he can establish my all desire. And Srila Rupa Goswami established all these things. So, my Gurudev, who fulfilled all desire of his Guru Padma, externally and internally both. He had done so many things that if he was not in this world, then a occasion came that the teachings of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati may washed forever from this world. But our Gurudev, he again established his everything, establishing Gaudiya Patrika, Bhagavad Patrika, so many English, harmonist even, everything. And he established praise for publishing books. He continued Navdeep Dham Parikrama, Brajamandal and all. He continued again to give sannyas, and he introduced. Otherwise, it was stopped after Srila Prabhupada. All these things. He was so bold, keeping his life and soul on his hands. He used to quote all the arguments. Those he spoke, even something against his Guru Padma. Like he jumped like lion, and he stopped their mouths to speak anything. So many court cases he did, all did against him, but always he was very victorious. After Srila Prabhupada, more he did. Oh, one thing very important, very, very important in his life. Shri Esi Bhakti Abhay Vinda. He was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. Our Gurudev joined in 1960, perhaps. And he joined in 1923, perhaps. But from beginning, they were bosom friends. There were so many qualified and so many learned and tattva and all these things. But he decided that I should take sannyas only from Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Goswami Maharaj, my friend. Puja Siddhar Maharaj, Bhan Maharaj, Tirth Maharaj, Vaikhanas Maharaj, so many hundreds of his God brothers were there. But he came like a beggar, penniless, to Mathura. And we all requested, I also requested my Gurudev, request him to take sannyas at once. And then he told that I have decided now. And he took sannyas. I was witness, not only witness.
So he is head priest.
Head priest. I gave him danda. I made him danda. I taught him how to cloth and all other things. So he became my also friend, my Shiksha Guru. So many relations at a time. Sannyas, God brother. And we continued till his departure from this world. And in the same way, he told me and requested me that you should give my samadhi. I am not going to be here no more. You should give my samadhi with your own hand and try to help my devotees that I have collecting. So many things. So this was a very prominent thing he did. And then he preached over the whole world. You know many things. So I think that it will be better that you are very qualified, you should glorify that you know. Especially I have written everything, all things. He teaching his life and everything in his life and teachings. So I don't remember all now, but I think you are young, you are remembering all these things. So I think it will be proper that there are so many bhakta speakers. So in brief, you should essence of 15 minutes. I think that Sriman Madhav Maharaj should speak first. Shambarani after that. Then you.
Short. It's not so long, no.
কি হলো?
ছোট্ট তার আসছে না ওখানে।
হ্যাঁ?
তার ওখানে যাচ্ছে না, এখানে আসছে।
So why they makes like so? Cannot you?
Mic was there. Then if you louder, they could not control the speed to make it lower.
From tomorrow you should make it long. I'm very happy, so much happy to meet devotees from all over Europe. So from Britain, so many happy. From Holland, so many.
And from England also so many.
and from Russia, Rus, from here and there, from Italy, from where?
Croatia.
Croatia, and so many. I want to meet them personally.
America.
And I think that gradually we are here. You can all meet. I want to speak face to all, and my blessings to all. So now our class is going on. এইখানে চলে আসবে।
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Acharya Singharupine Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Kesavaiti Namine Gaurasaya Vigrahaya Krishna Kamaikacharine Rupanuga Pravaraya Vinodati Sarupine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I pay my humble obeisances, the lotus feet of my Aradha Guru Pad Padma, Om Vishnu Pad Parivrajagacharya Varja Stotra Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Om Vishnu Pad Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. After that, my Param Gurudev, whose appearance day is today, Nitya Lila Prishtam Vishnu Pad Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. And I pay my obeisances to all audience who assembled here to hear Harikatha from the lotus leaf of Srila Gurudev. As Srila Gurudev command me to give some offerings the lotus feet of my Param Gurudev, I shall try at my level best to make it in brief. In his pranam mantra, that Gaurasaya Vigrahaya Krishna Kamaika Charine Rupanuga Pravaraya Vinodeti Sarupine. Gaurasaya Vigrahaya means who is Asraya Vigraha of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or who has taken shelter exclusively in the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gaurasaya Vigrahaya means Asraya Vigraha of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means Nityananda Prabhu. So Srila Param Gurudev is manifestation of Nityananda Prabhu. So he is Gaurasaya Vigrahaya. And Krishna Kamaika Charine. Kam means desire. He always moves in this world. The desire of Krishna is a Krishna Kamaika Charine, not his own desire. By Krishna's desire, he came in this world. Why? To fulfill Krishna's desire. So Krishna Kamaika Charine. All his activity depend on Krishna's desire, not like ourselves. And Rupanuga Pravaraya, the best among all Rupanuga devotee. So who is Rupanuga? Then you have to give little details. So Rupa Goswami Pada has explained in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Iste sarasiki raga paramavishtata bhavet tanmaija bhavet bhakti satya ragodimiko dita. Iste sarasiki raga. Ista means they are Aradha Dev, their worshipful deity. Iste sarasiki raga, who have spontaneous love and affection for Krishna. And for the service of Krishna, they are too much absorbed in his service. Who are they? Eternal Brajavasi in Golok Vrindavan. And for that their bhakti called Ragatmik. Like in Braj, in Sakharas, Subal, Madhumangal, Ujjal, etc. In Vatsalya Ras, there are so many headed by Sri Nanda Maharaj and Jasoda Maiya. In Sringar Ras, Lalita Visakha, etc., headed by Gauriya Aradha, Srimati Radha Thakurani. Their eternal associates, they have rag, they have affection in their soul, so they are Agatmik Jan. Raganugam Anusrikta Eya Saraganugochate. Whoever want to follow them in this world and want to enter that realm, they call Raganuga. Just like in this world, who are doing bhajan now and want to get mood of Sakharas, either Vatsalya Ras or Madhur Ras, to get that mood. So who is doing bhajan in this world, to get that mood, they are called Raganuga. So among Raganuga devotee, our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj is best. Rupanuga Prabharaya. Vinodeti Sarupine. Vinodeti Sarupine means, by his constitutional form, his name is Vinod. So we have seen Keshav Goswami Maharaj. That what is his constitutional form? Means, in the pastime of divine couple is Vinod. Vinod means to give pleasure, good pleasure. I have to explain little more details, then you can understand. Srimati Radha Thakurani has 5 types of Sakhis. Sakhi, Nitya Sakhi, Pran Sakhi, Priya Sakhi and Piyanarma Sakhi. Among them, Nitya Sakhi and Pran Sakhi, they are called Bhavallasrati, or they are roti called Bhavallasrati, or they are called Manjari. So, Vinodati Sarupine means he is Vinod Manjari of Srimati Radha Thakurani. What is our duty in divine in Vrindavan pastime? To give pleasure to Sri Vinod Bihari and Sri Vinodini. Vinodini means Sri Krishna's pleasure potency. How come he can Vinod Manjari can give pleasure to Sri Vinod and Srimati Vinodini? Especially the Radhika's group, they never want that Krishna will go other than Radhika's Kunja to meet with other Sakhis. This is not their desire. They don't like at all. They could not tolerate this. If Krishna will go to opposite party of Srimati Radha Thakurani and came back from her Kunja, her grove, they could not tolerate. If Krishna came after meeting with Chandravali and others, the Vinod Manjari and others headed by Rup Manjari, they could not tolerate this. If Krishna will come want to enter his Radhika's Kunja, what they will tell to Krishna? Who are you? Who are you came here? Krishna told, oh, I am Hari, means I am singer. Hari Hari Jahi. Oh no, I am Madhav, means Ma means Lakshmi, Dhav means Pati. I am husband of Lakshmi. Here you, Krishna want to say, Sarva Lakshmi Vaikanta Radhika Para Devata. I am paramour of Srimati Radhika. And they are taking meaning that husband of Lakshmi means Vaikunthatipati Narayan. Then he told, no, I am Kesav. Kesav means Kesam Bayati Sanskaroti Iti.
Please come down.
So they are telling Hari Hari Jahi, Madhava Jahi, Jahi Kesava, Jahi Madhava, Mavada Koitava Vadam. By this way, they are want to keep Krishna away from Radhika. Is that desire to keep away Krishna from Radhika? No. Why so? Srila Jiva Goswami Pad and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, as explained in Ujjal Nilmani in their commentary, Vinod means Vinoda Vilasaha Durikaranangba. Srila Jiva Goswami Pad and Chakravarti Thakur, Vinoda Ananda Visheshana Durikaranangba. So by this way they are keeping Krishna away from Srimati Radhika to increase his utkantha, eagerness for Srimati Radhika. By this way, Srila Vinod Banga is giving pleasure to Sri Vinod and Sri Vinodini. So Vinodati Sarupine.
What he did in this world.
So
This is more important here.
Srila Param Gurudev, his life is for, he offered his life for his Guru Seva. Because Guru Seva is the backbone of spiritual life. Just like if you have no backbone, you could not sit straight, or even could not sit, you can only lie down on the bed. So similarly, the Guru service, that steadiness in Guru Padma is backbone of spiritual life. When he joined in Mott, Prabhupada told once, I want to make so many moths here and there in 9 islands and here and there all over the world. And one disciple of Prabhupada, Saroji Basini Devi, he asked Prabhupada, you have no person with you, only very few, 2 or 3. Who will take care of your all moths? Then Prabhupada told, why not? My Vinod will take care of everything. Prabhupada knows how qualified Vinod will be in the future. So he told my Vinod will take care. So no problem. So when Mayapur was completely the clutches of Mohammedan, they put so many graveyards here and there. So Param Gurudev thought once how to make it very pleasant. So he grew some plants, some creepers, and some flowers, and some trees, like 4 or 5 years put in tub. When they became little grow, in one day, he was making fencing there. Not fencing by making a wall. Then Mohammedans came and told, what you are doing? At that time, our Param Gurudev was famous by name Vinod Babu, like landlord, in Jamindar style always. Oh, I am making safe for you all. Then you can come and quiet, no one can disturb you. They became very happy. Oh, Vinod Babu is so merciful. He is doing so many things for us. After a few days, he took another brahmacharis and some laborers, took the old graveyard and threw into Ganges, and put that plants, mango tree, and some roses here and there. The next day when they came, they saw there is nothing left over there, like a very beautiful garden. Then they went to police. Police came for inquiry. Then Param Gurudev told, oh, we never seen in graveyard here. This garden of our Srimad Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. When we joined from 1916, I have seen this garden. How can? He told the last night is the transfer. In one night, mango tree became this tall, 6 feet, 10 feet. So many roses are blossoming here. How come it's possible in one night? They can do anywhere? Police thought, yes. Vinod Babu is speaking true. How come in one night it will be changed? Then they, no, their idea is bogus. Vinod Babu is true. Because of Mahaprabhu's Jogmaya potency, they bewildered, they are intelligent. Because any pure devotee want to do something, then Mahaprabhu and his pleasure, his Jogmaya will always help them. So by this way, he rescued that land from Mohammedan. Nowadays there is Jogpit Mandir and other we used to go every year. And the Samadhi of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, under control of Lalita Prasad, the youngest son of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. One day, Prabhupada told, no one is here that can take that place of Bhakti Vinod Thakur in our under. Param humbly did him pranam. Oh Gurudev, oh Prabhupada, if you ordered me by your order and by your causeless mercy, it will be happen, no problem. Okay, you can try. Param Gurudev, he sent some person who expert in stick, to play in stick, to beat by stick, very expert. Param Gurudev told, go in God room and going there you will jump and beat each other. play each other and tell, oh, Vinod Babu is coming. Let the prasad run away from you, otherwise Vinod Babu will crack your head. Don't be here anymore. Vinod is coming very soon with so many persons. Seeing their activity, he became so fearful and ran away from there. When Param Gurudev came, then he took position there. And coming back, he told Prabhupada, now it is under your control. No more control by others. He became very happy. And Param Gurudev, always in Jamindari style, used to sit on chair and keeping his feet on the table, always shaking his feet. Any sannyasi or brahmachari will come, they pay their full prostration and ask something, and he will reply, and they will pay again full prostration and go. So he will not change his position. Once, Param Pujyapad Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, when came first time, and seeing this, he became surprised. Who is this brahmachari so influenced? Every sannyasis are coming, they are paying obeisances, he is still in same position. Inquiry came in his mind. Then he came to ask others. Oh, you don't know? These are Vinodda. The brahmachari, Mothavasis, they are not told Vinod Babu. They are Vinod, that means our elder brother, Vinod Brahmachari, Vinodda. When he joined Mott, then he came to know his influence. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur purchased the land for Prabhupada, but the tenants not paying tax. Prabhupada was little worried. Prabhupada was not little worried at all. He wanted to show the whole world how qualified my Vinod is in all and every respect. So through Param Gurudev, he collected the whole tax in a day or two. So he wanted to show the whole world how my Vinod Brahmachari is good manager, good in bhajan in every respect. Once somebody wrote to Prabhupada, Vinod is not doing bhajan, chanting, nothing else. He is only taking care of Jammu.
Thank you. So much time.
So Prabhupada told, I am finishing just now. Then Prabhupada told, whoever
If left something for remnant for others.
Whoever against Vinod, they are not Vaishnava. I thought, no one is here like my Vinod. By this way, Prabhupada replied very strongly. Then everybody came to know how Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Vinod of Prabhupada, how near and dear to him. So from that day, no one has dared to say anything against Srila Param Gurudev. When he is reading, when he is doing, none can understand anything at all. So today is appearance day of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Param Gurudev. I pay my obeisances. He bestowed his costless mercy, just like he fulfilled his Gurudev's desire and serve him eternally. I want to serve in same way. If anything wrong, please excuse me. I am begging excuse for everyone. If anything is good, then the mercy of Gurudev. So please bless me, then I can serve Gurudev eternally. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpataru bhakti vipasim dukhayevacha patitanam pavanabhyo vishnavibhyo namo namaha.
Shyamarani.
Salakaya Chaksurundalitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namo. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my Paramarajatama Diksha Guru Pada Padma. Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Astotrisata Sri Sriman Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. And the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my Paramarajatama Shiksha Guru Pada Padma. Om Vishnu Pad Astotrisata Sri Sriman Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And to my Param Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Astotrisata Sri Sriman Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. to all of our Guru Varga and all the assembled devotees. As Srila Gurudev explained some minutes ago, his Gurudev fulfilled the innermost desire of his Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, both internally and externally. Sripad Madhav Maharaj explained in the beginning of his dissertation how he fulfilled his innermost desire internally. And externally as well, just as Srila Gurudev explained, Srila Rupa Goswami established the innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially at Rath Yatra time. So, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj did that same glorious thing in the line of Srila Rupa Goswami by establishing Rath Yatra in Navadvip Dham. Srila Gurudev mentioned that Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur established so many things that were stopped and would have been washed away from the world had Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj not re-established it, such as giving of sannyas vesh, such as re-establishing the publications Gaudiya Patrika, Bhagavad Patrika, that is the Bengali and Hindi monthly magazines, and re-establishing Braj Mandala Parikrama and Navadvip Parikrama. But this Rath Yatra established in Navadvip was not previously established by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This was inaugurated by Gurudev's Gurudev. So, a couple of years ago, on Baladev's appearance day, Gurudev was explaining how Baladev is a Khanda Guru Tattva, and it is the duty of the disciple to fulfill the innermost desire of Sri Gurudev. He said that many, many years ago, back in 1969, there was some criticism of his Gurudev, and he expressed how he served the innermost desire of his Gurudev. As Sripad Madhav Maharaj was giving that in that realm, and then Gurudev said, but we also have to give it in this realm. So how his Gurudev is fulfilling the innermost desire of his Gurudev in that world and also in this world by protecting his integrity and establishing his glory in the following regard. He said that during the time of his Gurudev, he established Rath Yatra, procession and festival in Navadvip Dham. And while he was physically present, nobody criticized him. A year after he departed, though, some persons wrote an article giving objections to his doing that. The objections were that it is not following Rupanuga Vaishnavism. The objection was that when the gopis see a chariot, because they remember the chariot of Akrura, they feel terrified in their heart. Their objection was that this was not previously established by Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj's Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that Navadvip is Veena Vrindavan. It's not different from Vrindavan, and Rath Yatra is never done in Vrindavan. No Gaudiya Vaishnava has ever established Rath Yatra in Navadvip before. Therefore, it's unbonafide. So Gurudev said when he read this article, he said he could not sleep that night. He was so agitated and upset that his Gurudev and his Gurudev's mission was being criticized and with the intention of undermining. So he himself, in December of 1969, wrote an article in his Bhagavad Patrika defending the activity of his Gurudev in a very beautiful way, and I'll try to summarize that. He said, first of all, he said, it's interesting that although this article came from the Chaitanya Saraswat Math, which is under Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, that no one has showed this article to the Honorable Editor-in-Chief, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, that they did this independently. Then he said, we will meet objection after objection. The first objection is that Navadvip is non-different from Vrindavan, and Rath Yatra is never performed in Vrindavan. Gurudev said this is absolutely false, because for hundreds and hundreds of years, in Vrindavan, in the main temples, Madan Mohan, Govinda and Gopinath temple, in great pomp and grandeur, the Rath Yatra festival has been going on. And in all the Goswamis' temples, not only in Vrindavan, but in Mathura, in Nandagaon, and in other places in Braj Mandala, in great opulence, the Rath Yatra procession has been going on for hundreds of years. Not only in Vrindavan, not only in Braj Mandala, but the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are doing this also in Bengal. Gurudev gave the example of Kamalakara Pipalai, who is a devotee, associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was one of the 12 cowherd boyfriends of Krishna who came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate. And he established Jagannath worship and Rath Yatra in Bengal. And the Vyas, modern Vyas Dev, since this is Vyasa Puja Day, the modern Vyas, that is Vrindavan Das Thakur, established the worship of Jagannath in his own village of Sripat. And this is going on in great opulence down to the present day. And there are many other examples all over India where Gaudiya Vaishnavism is followed. Another objection, that this is not in the line of Rupanuga Vaishnavism. So Gurudev said, who is Rupanuga? The first Rupa is Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari. Sanatana Goswami is one of the first Rupanugas. He is Labanga Manjari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. Swarup Damodar is Lalita. Vishaka is Rai Ramananda. And they all engaged in Rath Yatra festival together. In fact, the Rath Yatra festival is establishing the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who is Rupa Goswami? He is the establisher of the innermost desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the Rupanuga Vaishnavas are his followers. So Gurudev explained that, as he said here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uttered a very beautiful prayer from Sahitya Darpan, that is a mundane Sanskrit poetry of a wife speaking to her husband, Yat Kamara Hara Saeva Hi. That is, now, O husband, you and I are meeting, and it's very nice, but I'm not happy now that we're meeting as husband and wife. Previously, when we weren't married, when there was no free passport to meet, when we weren't allowed to meet, at that time we were so happy. We were under the Vetasi tree. Reva Rodasi Vetasi Tarutale. The Vetasi tree is a thorn tree, but it's so strong that even in the greatest cyclone or hurricane, where any other tree would break and be blown away and washed away by the wind and waters, the Vetasi tree just bends and flows with the wind. So our love was like that. Although the Vetasi tree is a thorn tree, that means there were so many obstacles to our meeting, that made us have no obstacles. We met freely and we were so happy. But now we have a free pass to meet. But the problem is now it's getting boring, because there's no risk of that paramour love. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uttered this verse of a mundane poet, and no one could understand it except Sarup Damodar and one boy, that is Rupa Goswami. At that time, not Goswami. He was Rupa. And he wrote a corollary verse, Priya Soyam Krishna. That is, he wrote this verse and put it on the roof of his hut on a palm leaf. That is, O Krishna, you are the same beloved, and I am the same lover, Radharani. And now we're meeting here at Kurukshetra. But I'm not happy here. I want you to come back to Vrindavan, and with your peacock feather in your hair and your flute in your hands, I want to hear you play your sweet flute in the 5th note. So this is the mood of Rath Yatra. And Gurudev is glorifying and defending the integrity of his Gurudev by saying this is the actual mood of Rupanuga. Then another objection is that if the gopis see the chariot, they will be terrified. So here this Rath Yatra is a chariot. So Srila Gurudev explained that not every chariot terrifies the gopis. When Uddhav came on his chariot to give the message of Krishna, and then he was leaving to go back to Dwarka, all the gops and gopis and all the residents of Vrindavan, in great joy, gave Uddhava so many presentations for Krishna, and was so happy that he was going to bring their gifts to Krishna. When Baladev came to bring the message of Krishna, everybody in Braj welcomed him, and they were so happy. And after killing of Dantavakra, Krishna himself came back to Braj. And all the residents, seeing the chariot with the flag of Hanuman, the flag of Garuda, they leaped for joy, saying that Krishna was coming back. So this Rath Yatra chariot is the chariot of Krishna Laya Braja Jai, E Baba Antare. The internal mood of Rath Yatra is that let us take Krishna back to Vrindavan. He's been in Dwarka for 60 or 70 years. The Brajbasis have been almost dead in separation. And now, by this Rath Yatra festival, or by the gopis meeting Krishna in Vrindavan, they're bringing Krishna by heart back to Vrindavan. Another objection was that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the Gurudev of our Param Gurudev, never did this. So Gurudev explained that there was a natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra by the very author of Vedanta Sutra, Srila Veda Vyasadev, as Gurudev explained this morning. So for a while that was the only commentary, and that was the natural commentary. But then Baladev Vidyabhusan, when the time was needed, and when there was a criticism that because you Gaudiya Vaishnavas don't have a commentary for Vedanta Sutra, therefore you're not a bona fide sampradaya. So Baladev Vidyabhusan was sent by Srila Viswanath Chakrabarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami to go to Jaipur, and he himself wrote a new commentary. So Gurudev is asking, was this commentary a bad thing because it wasn't done before, or did it establish the glory of our Gaudiya Sampradaya? So previously, although Rath Yatra was performed in all around Vrindavan, Braj Mandala, Bengal, Gauda Mandala, it wasn't performed previously in Navadvip. But now the time was to establish Mahaprabhu's glories there in this way, to establish Mahaprabhu's mood. So therefore, it's the glory of the Gaudiya Sampradaya, Gurudev is saying, that Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj established it. Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established so many things that weren't going on before. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, and the Goswamis, being humble and not wanting to imitate their Istadev, they took only Babaji Vesh, being humble. But later on that Babaji Vesh became, corrupted, and they all became like Sahajiyas and very proud. So, and very degraded in their activities. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur re-established sannyas and Daivi Varnashram. That wasn't done before, but he established it because the time was needed. So in this way, Srila Gurudeva is defending the glory of his Gurudev. And he said, if one does not serve the manobhistya, or the innermost desire of his Gurudev, or if he cannot do that himself, if he does not support those who are establishing and serving the innermost desire of his Gurudev, bona fide Gurudev, then he's not really a disciple, but rather he's a eunuch. So Srila Gurudev is establishing the manobhistya of his Gurudev and the manobhistya of our Srila Prabhupada, who is establishing the innermost desire of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, who established the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is that Krishna wanted to taste the three glories of Srimati Radhika and establish the supremacy of Srimati Radhika and the supremacy of Vrindavan. Just one last thing. In a few days you're going to see a very beautiful drama showing that Rath Yatra is the establishment of the glory of the Brijbasi's love and the glory of the love of Srimati Radhika. Because Krishna was in Dwarka and he was hearing Rohini explain the glories of Braj to the queens of Krishna. By hearing the glories of Braj, Krishna and Baladev and Subhadra all melted to become Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. And then Narada, seeing this, he said, please stay somewhere in the world in this form so that people can gradually develop understanding of the love of Srimati Radhika and the gopis and follow in their footsteps.
Thank you. Padmanath Maharaj, you speak.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namo Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namane. Namo Vishnupadaya Acharya Singha Rupane Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshaviti Namane. Ati Martya Charitraya Swashrita Nanchapalane Jiva Dukhe Sadarthaya Shri Nama Prema Dhyane Vancha Kalpaturu Pascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo.
You should come some.
On this auspicious appearance day of our beloved Param Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnu Padasto Tarasata Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, I would like to attempt to glorify his divine character. We are so fortunate that we are having this opportunity in the presence of his most beloved disciple, our beloved Gurudev, who actually has fulfilled the innermost desire of Srila Param Gurudev within this world. Turn it up.
It's no more.
Louder. Can you hear?
In his pranam mantra, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj is described as Ati Martya Charitraya. This means that his character, his divine qualities, We're completely supramundane, completely transcendental in nature. We are fortunate that we have the beautiful biography which has been written by Srila Gurudeva. All of us can read and we can hear about his most glorious character and activities. So I want to recount just a few of these beautiful qualities that he possessed. Srila Keshav Maharaj, even when he was a tiny little child, there was one incident which, just like coming events cast their shadows. So Srila Keshav Maharaj, when he was a little boy, he was so very beautiful, and his beautiful effulgent face with his beautiful effulgent eyes were so captivating that all of the older people in the neighborhood, in the village, they used to call him Jyotsna or Jonah, because this means moonbeam. So his mother was so attached to her beautiful little child. But one day, after giving him a oil massage with mustard oil and placing him in the sunlight in a neighboring courtyard, one eagle came from the sky, and with its talons, it grabbed a hold of this little baby and suddenly flew high into the sky. And everyone became completely terrorized. They could not believe that this was happening. And they were chasing after this eagle here and there. And his mother practically was fainting on the ground. And somehow or other, no one could understand why, very nearby, the eagle flew down again and placed this beautiful baby onto some floating betel nut bark, which was floating in a nearby pond. Yes, like a boat. And placed this baby down and very gently, and he was simply floating there. And then all of the people came and took this baby again, and they could not understand how this incident took place, why this came. From his very early childhood, he showed the most extraordinary qualities. When he was going to school, in his young age, it was very popular at that time that the students would perform different types of charitable activities. And he engaged along with his school friends in starting a particular association in which they would go to nearby houses and they would beg for clothing and food and such. And they would help people who were poor, people who were very sick, or they had no means of livelihood. So one day, he came back from the entire day, very late at night. His mother, who was actually the daughter of a zamindari, he took birth in a very high aristocratic Vaishnava family, landowner family in East Bengal. So she was waiting there with a stick because she was raising her son on her own because his father had passed away a few years before. And she was very stern, very disciplinarian mother because she was raising all of her children. And so she was waiting there at the doorway when he came back at night with this stick. "So where have you been?" she said to him, very sternly. And he just stood there very peacefully, very calmly. And she told, "What are you doing coming back late at night like this? This is very bad activity. Now you will become like some kind of ruffian going around, coming back late at night. I will never have this." And she was being ready to beat him. "Now you answer me. Where have you been?" So then, very peacefully and very calmly, he explained, "My dear mother, the whole day I was going about in the villages because we were trying to help one lady who had cholera. She was suffering from cholera, and she had no means of support, and she had nothing, no one to depend upon. So we went around the entire day and begging from villagers and supplying so many medicines for her and supplying the various needs that she had. And now we have settled her, and she is getting better from the medicines. So in this way, I was engaged the entire day until this late time. So now I have come home, and when his mother heard these words, immediately her eyes became filled with tears, and she embraced her son. And then she told, "I will never discipline you again like this, in this way." So many qualities manifested in his childhood character, in his youth. He was also an astonishing scholar. Even in school, his professors, sometimes, who were not Vaishnavas, some of them were Mayavadis. In Bengal, they used to use Sri Chaitanya Charitamritam as one of the syllabus. And sometimes they would quote different shlokas from Chaitanya Charitamritam, and then the teacher would begin to explain them in an impersonalistic way. So at that time, Vinod Bihari would counter them, and he would defeat with perfect Vaishnav Siddhant, and he would completely astonish all of his teachers by his knowledge of Shastra and his clear understanding and ability to express. So in this way, he proved so many extraordinary qualities in his youth. And when he was about 15 years old or 16 years old, he had two aunties who he was living in a nearby village with. And these two aunties were actually the first and the second female initiated disciples of Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And they were also very good Vaishnavis. So he became influenced by them very positively, and one day they took him to meet Srila Prabhupada. It was the Gaur Mandala Parikrama time in Sri Mayapur Dham, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada was staying there.